Right. Okay. Yeah, let me see. Damn phone acting a fool. Let's see. Where? There I go. 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 Okay. My phone needs to charge. I'm hungry. I need some food. There we go. Now my people popping in. There you go. I'm like, where are they? But can you please thumbs up this video? Thumb up this video. It's a good video. It's a really good video. We are going to talk about Mama's Court. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Mama's Court. It is going to go ahead as planned. Y'all see, I got all comfortable for you. I came home and I got the TV going at the same time. I got both phones. I got the other phone plugged in. And so I got the StreamYard in case somebody want to come on up here. And then and I'm still a little bit rusty. I'm a bit rusty with the StreamYard. So and then I'm texting at the same time. Somebody's texting me. Okay. Hopefully not. Oh, okay. Now it wants to work right. Earlier, it would not work right. It would not pop in for nothing. So I wanted to show you guys. I'm trying to pull up. I saw this desk. And when I saw this desk, I got to go under desk. When I saw this desk, it reminded me of a court show desk. And I think they wanted $50 for it or something like that. Let me see if I can find it, if I can bring the desk back up. Because I wanted you guys to see, because remember I told you we talking about stuff that we have to get for the court show. But when I saw this, I said, I got a desk. So I was going to use the desk that I have. But when I saw this desk, literally, it jumped out at me. And I was just like, okay, this will be the perfect desk to use as a court show desk, part of the show. And I could on the back of it, the way the back of it looks, I could still put the sign Mama's Court on the back of it. So I should have screenshotted it. This is not the one. Is this the one? No, this is not the one. This is one that's similar to it. And let me just, I hope didn't nobody buy it. I didn't screenshot it, and I should have screenshotted it. Okay, and I gotta pull it back up. But when I saw it, I was just like, this is it. This is it. This is that desk. And I know I put it in the saves. Wait, is that one? No, that's not it. That's not it. I'm gonna find it. The only way I won't find it is if somebody bought it. And usually there's not too many people that are looking to buy desk. But this one, it was just perfect. It literally screamed my name. I should have sent them a message. I can't believe, wait a minute, I think that's it. Is this it? Wait a minute, is this the one? No. Desk email chief. No, this is not it. Damn it. This is not the one. It was kind of similar, but that's not it. Hey, Lil Wayne. How you doing? Please don't forget to thumb up the videos, you guys. Don't forget to thumb up this video. We just having a little chit chat here. I was just watching Vicky Dillard. How many of y'all know about Vicky Dillard? She's the lady that always say, talk black to me. Honey, she will share some stuff with you. And I just love me some Vicky Dillard. I love just hear her talk. I love how she's another sister that will educate your ass. And I love how she educates the brothers and the sisters. And the best thing about it is she lets you know where she came from. She let you know what she did. She tells you she's been to jail and how her case had to be handled and all of this and that. And damn it, where is that desk? And she tells you how she overcame it. And so she's another strong black woman. And she was talking about how, her haters, they do what they do, want to dig up stuff, and they want to you do, Jay Parrish? Yes, I love Queen Vicky too, honey. We got that in common. I was just watching her before I came on here. She was talking about, the dude that shot them people, that young kid, and how he got on the stand and was boo-hoo crying. And when I saw that, the first thing I said was, before I even saw Vicky, I said, he faking. He trying to make it look, you ain't see a tear nowhere. And he was performing. But when I didn't know that his mama was performing too. Love you, Lil Wayne. And when I was just watching Vicky before I got on here, and she was like, yeah, look at his mama. Look, this way he got it from. She was like, he got it from his mama. She was like, look at how she performing. Now watch the other broad tell her, watching you do. The guy came over. He said, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. Keep it doing. And then the other one came, and the lady looked up and she said, yeah. The woman looked up at the camera, and the woman realized they fucked up because she was laughing and stuff, and she was playing. So she said she had to tell her, start back up again. And she called everything verbatim. Jay Parrish, come on, you better say it. Wasn't they performing? They was performing. That didn't make no sense. I don't give a damn how old he is. You do the crime, you do the time. He lied He got on it and he said he lied about pretending he was a paramedic, telling him he was a paramedic and that he was out there to help people. No, that motherfucker was out to hunt. Okay, I'm calling it like I see it. I feel it in my spirit. He was out there to hunt people. Now he wants you to feel sorry for him. So now he performing now. Now he performing. He wants you to feel real sorry for him now. Now he want to play the kid role. He needs some sympathy now. I'm so sick of these motherfuckers that get out here and they act all big and bad and they got guns and rifles and all this kind of shit on them, and then the second they go and shoot somebody innocent, they go and kill somebody, a whole group of people and all this. Then now next they want to go and they want to go crying, and they want you to have sympathy for them, just like how they do with the white serial killers, the kid killers. You see how they let them motherfuckers go and shoot up a whole school, and they take that motherfucker to Mickey D's. They take that motherfucker to Mickey D. They wouldn't take you to a motherfucking dog fight. You hear me? They wouldn't. They would, if you was thirsty, if you was dying of thirst, they wouldn't spit in a cup and give it to you. You understand what I'm saying? But if you white and you go and shoot up a whole bunch of people, you get dinner, you get lunch, they give you water, they feed you bottled water. But if you look like, if you see, that shit pissed me off. This is why I love Vicky. I love Queen Vicky, honey, because she speaks the motherfucking truth. Because I got a problem that when I gotta teach my sons, I have to tell my sons how to act and how to react just to take the fucking garbage out. Remember I told y'all that? Because of where I stay. I have to tell my son, make sure he don't walk in nobody's grass. I had to stop Ferran from cutting into the back of our neighbor's yard, because not really our neighbors, but their house, along where the school is, their junior high school, there's like a row of houses that leads to the back of the field. It's not gated or anything. It's not fenced or gated or anything, but a lot of the kids like to cut through that way to get home. And Ron was one of the kids that were always, now Farron will walk all the way around, Angel will walk all the way around, but Ron would cut through there in order to get home quicker. And I would have to tell him, you can't do that. He looked like, Mom, why I can't do it? Everybody else do it. I said, you can't do it. Because if you do it and they shoot you, they'll be saying, we thought he was trying to break in our house. We thought that little black boy, that little dark-skinned boy, that little brown-skinned boy with the hoodie on and the mask on, we thought he was trying to break into our house. So you can't do that. You got to walk around. Understand that your friends and they friends is cutting through the yards to get home quicker, but you can't do that. And then I had to tell them, because the officers, they patrol, and they will patrol through the neighborhood. They patrol through the apartment building, the communities and stuff like that. And I would have to say to them, if they ever stop you and they ever ask you what you do, because you know what they do when you look black boy, look black kid, they say, what you doing? And all you doing is taking out the fucking garbage. That's it. That's all you doing. And they be like, what you doing? And I told my son, you drop it right where it's at, and you keep your hands up, spread apart, and you say, sir, I'm just taking out the garbage like my mother told me. You say, yes, sir. You say, no, sir. You say, I'm just taking the garbage out, and I told them, don't even scratch your nose. If your pants falling down, let them hit the floor. Don't make any certain move. And that's a shame, because my boys, this was back, they was like 14. They was like 14 years old, 13, 14 years old. And I had to teach them and tell them how to react, how to act when they was just going to take out the garbage because I didn't want to get a phone call saying they got shot because some stupid cop or some stupid neighbor think that they was doing something. That's crazy. And when they shoot us, they don't stop. They unload, honey. They gonna unload on you. I don't understand it. I don't understand. So anyway, I was listening to Miss Vicky, and when I say she be talking some real shit, I love that lady. I love her to death. I love her to death. Jay Perry said, Queen Vicky tells us when to cry, we better cry and holler louder. Whenever we encounter them in any situation, holler louder than them. You better say it, Jay Parrish. It's a shame what we have to teach and tell our children. I'm sick of their raggedy selves, Miss Gina. I'm with you. Yep. Yep. Let me tell you. I told you guys the story about the job where I'm at now, and I told you guys about how the co-worker who me and her both work for the same company. She black like me. And I told you how she said she walked into the office one day coming from lunch and she overheard them saying some racial stuff, right? And it didn't click to me until actually today. I ain't gonna need it until today. That they want a certain type, a certain that to be in that office, to work in that office permanently, because I had said way back then, I'll stay here, I'll help. Shoot, me and old girl, honey, we'll be leasing up a storm and we'll be doing this and that. Of course, they would have to pay me more money, plus they would have to pay me commission. And I found out later, so the other girl, she passed, she got her leasing license today. Congratulations to her. Kudos for her. She got a leasing license every day. And then so there's another younger girl who doesn't have a leasing license. Okay. And she's supposed to be starting on Monday. So my friend, she said to me, she says, Gina, I thought you was going to stay here and you was going. I said, well, they mentioned a little bit something about it in the beginning. And then somewhere along the line, it didn't get mentioned anymore. So today, as I looked around in the office, I noticed everybody is of another color. I'm the only minority, not only in the office, but in the entire building. The only one. The only. And when that girl came, she just couldn't say, oh, I'm so happy for her. I'm so glad, honey. She printed out signs to put on her desk. She did all of this and everything else. Walked back and forth past now, and mind you, and I would help her. I would help the other young lady if she needed something. She'd be like, Miss Gina, I know you know more. You've been doing this, you both of you ladies. She would say me and to the other lady. She said, y'all been doing this more longer than I have. And I know you know what's what. How did I handle that right? Did I do? And we would tell her and we would help her out and everything. But honey, they'll let you know without letting you know. You understand what I'm saying? They'll let you know without letting you know. You a hard worker, you good, you know your shit and everything else. But really, we prefer a particular type that we want all up in here. And everybody that calls, that do this and everything else, you know who they ask for, don't you? Because I go out my way to help them. I figure out a way to help them to solve their problems. I talk to them like they're a human being and not at them. I show them respect and encouragement and support no matter what, because you don't never know how they day went. Even the guy that threatened me and was talking, I was still calm, cool, and collected. I still was, sir, I'm on your side. I'm trying to help you out. Look, we're going to get this done. And they not getting none of this from nobody else. And me and the other girl, we sit up there like, It's just getting worse and worse. Every day is something else. Again, it was the heat. Again, it was the water. Again, today it was they put a new door up that the door was broke. It was fucked up. They replaced the door, but then they didn't they put a different lock on there, and then nobody in the building had keys to the lock. So then I said to the manager, I said, they want to know how are they going to get in the building. Well, tell them it's another interest. We working on that. I'm gonna have to get somebody out here, and such didn't call, and and I'm like, so of course I'm not gonna say it like that. I get back on the phone and I said, oh ma'am, we're working on that situation right now. I know they just replaced the door. They had some issues with the lock, so they're gonna replace the lock soon. And they're gonna let all of you guys know, and everybody will get new keys. But for the meantime, can you use the other entrance? And she says, oh yeah, no problem. She said, I just wanted to make sure that you guys was aware. Now, mind you, if she didn't get me, because you see how I said I put it? Because if she would have got them and somebody else, they would have, the attitude, the whole you dig and everything else would have been totally different. Totally different. And then this is why you get residents that act the fucking fool. This is why you get residents that be ready to come in the office and shoot the motherfucking office up. Same way I seen at the schools. I told you guys, my kids at the school, the teachers in it, they talk shit. They act crazy. They act the damn fool. And they expect the kids to kiss their ass. And when my son told me that the substitute said to them, I don't care what your name is. When he's correcting her and telling her that's not how you pronounce my name. No, that's not my name. That's my brother's name, but that's not my name. And she looks at him and say, I don't care what your name is. What the fuck you mean you don't care? What? So how do you not care what his name is? So how are you marking him correctly? How are you making sure he's in the right person is in your class if you don't care what his name is, but you a teacher? See, that's how they do, but you a teacher. And then they thought I was going to let that ride. Oh, no. Monday morning, soon as I got to work and I got settled in, I was making phone calls. And I said to the dean, if my son had said that, y'all would have had him in the office. Y'all would have had detention. And she comes with this whole line of brewer crap about how the teacher's aide was in there. And the teacher's aide said that she didn't think that it was nothing serious, that she was playing, that the teacher was being facetious. She was just being facetious. I said, but if my son was being facetious, if my son had said to that teacher, I don't give a damn if you a teacher or what, you gonna pronounce my name correctly. Y'all would have had him kicked out of that class so freaking fast and in a detention, if not suspended, so freaking fast, it would have made his head turn. And if I would have told you guys he was just being facetious, he was just playing, you would have said to me, well, he can't play with the teachers like that. So what makes it right that when he's doing something right, not wrong, not being disrespectful, he's just telling you that's not my name, that's not how you pronounce it, and she could say out her mouth, I don't give a damn what your name is, and that's being facetious. That's a teacher. And this is how they treating our kids in school today. This is what they doing. This is what they doing. So I love it when Miss Vicky, Queen Dillard, calls it out, calls it like she sees it. I love it. Because if you don't stand up for something, you will fall for anything. And we see that every freaking single day. Every time you turn around, you will see where these folks will fall for anything. Because they don't care. They don't care. They don't care how you feel, what you is, or whatever. Oh, look at my daughter. That's what they do. That's what they do. So I always tell mine, teacher saying something wrong, she ain't doing something right. If you ask the question and they act like they don't hear you and they ignore you, don't even, you ain't got to keep raising your hand. You ain't got to keep saying miss, teacher, teacher, none of that stuff. Call me, text me immediately. Let me know what's going on. Don't wait till you get home. That's what you got these cell phones for. That's what you got these cell phones. I tell them in a minute. Ain't every time something go wrong, whether it's in a classroom, out the classroom, with the teacher, with another student, Angel is texting me within minutes. By the time I get that phone call, I'll be like, yeah, I'm headed up there now. Oh, you are? Yeah, I'm headed. I already know the lowdown. I already know the real deal Holyfield, because I tell them, let me know. Wrong, right, indifferent, however the case may, I need the facts. I want the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Even if part of it's your fault, even if you initiated what, I need the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because mama can't protect you. I can't cover you if I don't know everything. Everything. And these are some of the things that we got to start. We have to teach our children. This, when I tell you this court show is gonna be off the chain, because y'all gonna see me scolding and chastising parents. You gonna see me scolding and chastising children. You gonna see me scolding and chastising husbands and dads and boyfriends, because this is what we need. I had to learn. It didn't click in to me one day until, because I was that way too back in the day, because my mother was what I say and how I said, and that's it. And so I would when I would get on them, I would say to them, I don't care what you say. I said do such and such, woo, 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 and I wouldn't listen to what the excuse was or what it is they had to say. And then one time, I think about 3 or 4 of them said, Ma, just listen. Can you just listen? And I was like, okay. And I stopped to listen to what they had to say, and I felt this small. You know why? Because what they said made sense. See, we not back in that age as when we grew up and way back then, and it was do as I say, not as I do. Now we're at that age where it's time for you to listen to your children and listen to what they say too. Because when you start saying, I don't care what you got to say, I don't care, they don't want to tell you nothing. Then they don't want to share with you what happened in school. They don't want. I read and I saw the other day where I think she was 11 or 12-year-old little girl committed suicide because she had been bullied every single day. She had been bullied and nobody did nothing about it. Nobody did nothing about it. And so she took her life. That's the most. Let me tell you, I'll never forget. And I had a couple of my kids that had gotten bullied, and Benjamin was always a small, little bitty thing. Benj was always second grade, third grade, first grade, fourth grade. Benj was always the smallest in the class. And I'll never forget. I think he had to have been in the second grade, second or third grade. I think Benj was in. And Benj had this bully. And this kid would bully Benj every day, and Benjamin wouldn't say. For a long time, he didn't tell. He didn't say anything. He didn't want me to know. He didn't. And his teachers loved him. Every teacher Benj had, they loved him because he was just the sweetest little thing, and they just loved him to death. And Benj figured, I'll kill him with kindness. So Benj took his favorite toys, his favorite little cars, his favorite little men. Benj took them to school to give them to this kid. The kid took Benj toys and took all his stuff, and the kid still was bullying him. How I found out that the kid was bullying Benjamin was because Benjamin came home crying. And I said, Benj, why are you crying? And he said, because I gave him my favorite toys. And the guy's still picking on me. And I said, well, Benj, why would you give him your favorite toys? He said, because I thought he would be my friend. Now that got me in my throat. Okay? That got me in my throat. The next day, I said, I'm taking you to school. We went to the school. We went early. They played on the playground and everything. And I said, Benj, where's the kid at? Benj looked around, didn't see the kid. I said, okay, what time y'all got lunch? Because they would go outside for lunch, for recess. Came up there lunchtime. Benj, where that kid at? Did see him. He wasn't there lunchtime. I said, when I'm going to pick you up after school, I'll see you after school. Went there after school. I said, Benj, where's that little boy at? He ain't there. Well, I didn't know at the time that my husband, who I was with when all this was going on, had went to the school and told the school, you guys better do something about this kid because my wife looking for him. And if my wife find him, it ain't going to be nothing nice. So come to find out, the kid was a special needs kid. He was in special ed and everything, but he had a history of bullying children and picking on other children that was smaller than him, that was more timid than him. And nobody's parents ever did anything about it until me. And I was looking for that little motherfucker. I was looking for him every day. I must have went up there, you guys, you hear me, for 3-4 days straight. Breakfast, lunch, and after school. I was up there at that school looking for his motherfucking ass. Come to find out, they snatched him out. They put him out and they put him in an alternative school because they knew then it was getting serious. They knew then that it was getting serious. See, you can't bully everybody's child. You can't think that what you do to one person, you're going to be able to do to another people. You got some folks that'll be at their breaking point. You got some children that just really, really can't take it. You got other children that they'll tell no matter what. They gonna tell. They gonna say something. They'll hold it in before a minute. They gonna tell. Benj was one of them ones that will tell. And he tried to do everything that he could do first. And when he realized wasn't nothing working, he's like, let me tell my mom. Let me let my mama know what's going on. I don't play about my kids. I don't play about nothing. You can bully me. You can say what you want to about me. You ain't bullying them. You're not going to get away with doing none of that to them. And we still got children this day that are being bullied. You got other children that they don't get no love, no attention. They don't get nothing. So that they got all of this built up anger. All of this built up anger in them that needs to be released. And what they do is release it on other children. This is why you get all this craziness. And you got to understand that when that child is an angry child, they tend to become an angry adult. And when they become an angry adult, now you can forget it now. It's all over now. It ain't nothing else to be said. Ain't no conversations to be had. None of that stuff. None of that stuff. So it's just like you can only do so much. You can only do so much. So we got to teach these. We have to teach our children. We got to teach our children. You got to teach them how to love themselves. You got to teach them how to respect themselves. You have to, and it starts, I'm telling you, it starts in the womb. It starts from when they little. If you tell that child from the time that before he can walk and talk and crawl, from the time that you see him, he enters this world, and you start telling him you a king, you a king, you a king. You start telling him you love him, you love him, you love him. If you give him as much confidence, if you give them, I love the experiment. Have y'all ever watched that show, What Would You Do? If you've never seen that, watch that TV show. It's kind of like a 2020 thing. And you could go, it's on YouTube, And what they did do is little experiments. They do different experiments to see how the public will react. They had one experiment where they had a black guy with a white kid. That was his kid. They had another one where it was a white kid and a white guy, white family, and a black kid. And they did all type of different experience. They had one where the parent was being real mean to the child to see if others would step up and step in. And then toward the end, they'll let them know that it was all pretend, it was an act, it was all made up, because they wanted to know, what would you do if you was in that situation? That is one of my favorite shows. You don't even see shows like that no more. We don't even see show. But what I like about it, because it's the perfect training show. It's the perfect training show that will show and teach our children and even parents what you should do and what you shouldn't do if you in certain situations. I love it. I love it. I love that show. But in none of the stuff, I remember my mom used to talk about things that she grew up with and how things were and this and that. She was like, y'all don't know nothing about that. Like back in the day when we had it, and they thought they had it made. They thought that, the parenting that their parents did was like off the chain. And then when I grew up, I realized some of the stuff that my mom did do, sometimes she was a little bit harsh, but a lot of the things that she did made me who I am right now. Made me positive, made me loving, made me care. A lot of things that she didn't do made me who I am right now. So because she didn't, because she wasn't that mother that didn't tell me that she loved me every day, all day, around the clock, I wanted to be that mother. So I told mans I loved them every day, all day, around the clock. If one of my kids was to call me right now, before we get off that phone, you would hear them say, I love you, Mom, and me say it back all the time, every time. So I just got my kids. Do you know how many children that's probably in their classroom that the parents don't even say I like you? Don't even tell them that they like them, let alone love them. And then they go through this stuff, and then they're getting their field of gratitude. They're getting their field of encouragement from social media. And the most fucked upest place that you can get, you think you're going to get love, or you're going to get attention, or you're going to get whatever, is through social media. Remember back in the day, it used to be because we wanted to run the street. You wanted to get out the house. You'd be like, you come home. Remember back in the day, you come home, we drop our book backpacks and stuff, and we ready to head back out in the street. And your mom be like, no, did you do homework first? Did you clean up your room first? We couldn't wait to get outside. Now these children, they don't even want to go outside no more. They don't know nothing about going outside. They don't know shit about hopscotch. My son had a ball. I don't know where that ball is. And it was one of them balls that you use when you playing jacks. And when he had that ball, he said, yeah, I like this little ball. They got it in their candy thing when they went trick-or-treating. And I said, yeah, we used to play jacks with a ball like that. He said, jacks. He said, Mom, what is jacks? I said, those is games that we played outside. I remember when one summer, I went and bought my kids a rope. I said, I'm gonna teach you girls how to play double dutch. Double dutch. They didn't even know what double dutch was. They were shocked that I, as old as I am, I still know how to jump double dutch. You know why they don't know that? Because they don't fucking go outside. Slingshots. The boys don't know shit about a slingshot. They know about an assault rifle, though. They know about an assault rifle, but they don't know nothing about jacks and slingshots and hopscotch and all the stuff, the fun games, all of the stuff that family-oriented stuff. I had to introduce, we used to play Monopoly so much that we kept the board set up because we would play it every day because my kids fell in love with Monopoly. That's how much we would do. just to try to get them out of the TV, off the cell phones and everything. Now families don't speak at all. Don't speak. They don't have dinners together no more. They don't sit at the table anymore. You got the kids in their room eating. You got the parents doing whatever, like I am on their laptops and this and that. I make sure that we at least eat together at least once a week. Every day they come in, every day I come in, I ask them how their day went. How was school? Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. You got to have a conversation, because when you don't have a conversation, you don't know when they're going through something. And most times when they're going through something, they ain't going to tell you. They not going to tell you. Somebody right now, I'm just feeling it in my spirit. I'm just telling you what I feel. Somebody right now going through something right now. Somebody right now on here. I don't know if you watch it from the clouds, if you watch it from the bushes, if you're slithering around, or if you're in the chat. But somebody right here, right now, is going through something. They going through hell with their child. They going through hell with their child, and they listening, and they listening up close and personal, because they like, damn, Miss Gina, if you only know if I could reach out. I know. Don't think I don't know. I know. But you got to change your ways. And just because you think you're a parent don't mean that you can't listen to what your child is saying. Sometimes if you listen, if you just shut the fuck up and you listen to what they're saying, you can understand a whole lot. You can understand why they being disrespectful. You can understand why they cursing. You can understand why they getting high. You can understand why they flunking and why they not passing in school. Because if you just listen. But a lot of times we don't live. We work hard. We try to bring in the money. All you know is that you go to school and this and that. The teacher calls and the teacher tell you that your child is flunking. The teacher and that your child got a bad attitude. So instead of you asking your child why they got a bad attitude, you better get your shit together. I ain't coming up to this goddamn school. You better get that shit together. You better get them grades up and this and that. So you ain't talking to them. You automatically taking the teacher's side. And a lot of these teachers is some fuck bucket ass motherfuckers that shouldn't have a teaching degree and shouldn't be in the school around these children in the first goddamn place. And this is the reason why your child is angry. They angry at school because they ain't getting the right attention. They ain't getting the right help they want. And then when they come home, they don't get the attention, the love, the respect, and the help. And they don't even feel secure. Think about that. Think about that. I had to tell somebody, I remember, and I shared this story before, a friend of mine and her son, she would always say to me, Gina, he respects you more than he respects me. And I said, because I talked to him. I asked him how his day is. I asked him, and she was one of those, this my house, I'm going to do what I want to do, and da-da-da-da-da. And then I never forget, she walked in his room, and she didn't knock on the door, and she caught him masturbating. This is her teenage in high school. And she was mad at him. That motherfucker got to go. That motherfucker getting the fuck up out. Nasty motherfucker. And I said, what did he do? I went in his room and I said, hold up. I said, you went in his room and you saw what? I went in his room and that motherfucker was playing with himself. I said, wait a minute. Did you knock on the door? No, I ain't knocking on no motherfucking door. This is my motherfucking house. I ain't got to go out knock on no door. See, some of y'all think like that right now. They know it's your house. We know it's your house. Think about how you were as a young man, as a daughter, as a young girl, and you're developing and you're noticing yourself and things happen. And that's what they do. So you don't walk in. Let me tell you something. My boys is 16 now. When they was 13, 14, 15, I never, ever just walked in their room. I knock on the fucking door. You know why? Because I don't want to see nothing. I don't want no surprises. I wouldn't be mad because that's normal. That's part of life. That's probably it. But she got mad. So now that you mad at him, you got him thinking he's doing something wrong. So now he's angry and confused at the same time. You mothers got to stop. You got to stop. You got to talk to your children. Have a conversation with them. Knock on the fucking door before you enter, even though that's your room. That's your house, but that's their space. That's their space. My kids know this is my house. I tell them all the time, these my motherfucking doors. I'll take that motherfucker off the hinges if I want to. But I respect their space. That's the space you gave them. Don't give them a motherfucking room then if you ain't gonna knock on the door. If you ain't gonna knock on the door, then take that motherfucker off the hinges. We got to start listening to our children, because when we don't listen to our children, when we don't protect them, then they grow up being broken adults. This is one of the reasons why Mama's Court TV, this show, it's so freaking dear to me. It is so dear to me. And I'm telling you, sorry, I'm still getting text messages. It's gonna be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. And y'all got to tune in, be a part of it. Watch. We gonna do some preview shows. We gonna do some test shows and everything. We gonna do some test. I told you we got the opener and all that stuff, and I'm gonna share some of that stuff with you guys. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm so excited about this. I said, let me go on. I want to do this video on StreamYard. A lot of people, a lot of my folks, family, the Queendom, they probably didn't get the notification and stuff, so they probably not on here. So I don't know. Before I go to bed, it's 9:00 now. Maybe I don't have to work tomorrow. I know some of you guys have to work tomorrow, and some of you don't. But I got to take the kids to the dentist. Their dentist appointment isn't until 10. So as long as we up and out the door by 9:30, we're good. So I may just come back on later on. But I love these chit chats. I love random chit chats and random conversation stuff. I wanted to do a reading for you guys, and I could still do it. But I forgot my cards are at my office, and I didn't go to my office today, which I'm going tomorrow. I've got to take my fridge, which I've been driving around all week. My fridge is still in my car, in my truck. So I got to take my fridge to the office and have the boys take it upstairs. But I wanted to do a reading for you guys, but I just want for somebody. You know who you are. Look, my email is on here. My email, you can see it at the bottom of the screen of the banner that's going past. It's going past now, mammadivaentertainment@gmail.com. And then you can text me at that number, 585-687-7198. You got something on your mind? Man, you just, sometimes you don't even want nobody to solve it. You just want them to listen. Sometimes you just need a listening ear. Because I've had those moments. That's why I come to you guys. I had those moments. I don't even want nobody to solve it. I don't even want to get I don't even want no advice. I just want to get it off my chest because I need to release. Because sometimes if you don't release, you will explode, baby. You would explode. So sometimes you just want somebody to just listen. And then other times you may want some advice. You may want to know how that person handles that situation. And one of my Queendom family members said, Miss Gina, you should do the after show. And the after show, you should have a conversation with a mom and see what she would do and what's her opinion. And I thought that was the best thing ever. I thought that was the best idea ever. So I can't wait. My other channel, I already changed the name to it because it was Mama Diva Said What. That was my other YouTube channel. It was Mama Diva Said What. Now it says Mama's Court said what. Mama, I think I got Mama's Court TV said what. And I like that. I like that little tone, that little ring and stuff. So that's the channel that I'm gonna upload the videos on and all of that kind of stuff. So I'll put the link in once we get ready and start uploading, and then once we get ready to start doing all that stuff. So share, 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 share. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Peace. God bless. And ta-ta for now.